Namaste and welcome. We're going to go through a nice short video for you, just for you to use either at home, in your office space, or as a we're going to work on hips, lower back, inner thighs, and we're going to do a little bit of a shaking routine. So let's start off with just some gentle shake it all out. Get in tune with your breathing, checking in with how you're feeling. Start moving through your shoulders, move your hips and thighs, your knees, and feel grounded at the same time. So this is always helpful when you think from the ground up. Be grounded down, move up through your joints, through ankles, knees. Good, and then we'll do the shoulders, so gently back as you're inhaling. Bring your fingers to the tops of your shoulders and just take them backwards. Lovely. And then one at a time, opening up through your ribs. Again, grounds through the feet, bends through the knees, reach through the spine and breathe slowly. All the things that make yoga, yoga. Awareness on what you're doing. Lovely, and shake it out. So we're going to do some simple side bends. So I'll get you to step perhaps on your mat. Face the mirror, face the camera for me. We're going to do side bends, which are not with your legs part. Oh. Okay. So you stay there. I want you to be able to see me.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to do just settle down and up. We'll do it singular. Good. Good. Yep, I can see you. You can't see me, but that's fine. Excellent. All right. So from that time, we're going to bring the arm. So we're going to go up and over with the arm and back, up and over with the arm and back. Bring one hand to the belly, the hand you're not using, obviously. And make sure that the stomach is not pushing out. You do not want to push out into a gut, but you want to be able to be firm. So the next time we go over, stay there, stay firm, pull the belly in, and then you can slide this arm down the leg for a bit more support. If you're feeling a little more challenging today, you want a bit more challenge, you can bring this arm up and reach, and then inhale, bring yourself back up. Bring the arms down, shake it out gently. We go the other side. So it's an over and a reach and a retract with the tummy coming in. Breathing. I usually try and maybe breathe in when I'm expanding the lungs. Good. Let's take one more and hold there. Stay still. Slide down that leg if you need to, or go to the next level of bringing the arms out to the side. And then inhale all the way up. And exhale down. Lovely. Good. So now we'll do some warrior version. So turning on your mat so that you've got your foot along the mat, back leg turning towards 3/4 of the way around. And arms are going to come up as we bend. So we're going to inhale and exhale. Good. About 3 or 4 times, and on that last one, you're going to hold. Nice. Now, you've got a couple of options Margaret's going to show you. Cactus pose with the arms. If you've got any issues with the shoulders, just trying to keep those elbows at about the same height as the shoulder tips. Or if you've got no issues with the shoulder and you want a little bit more challenge, a little bit more heartbeat, you can take the arms all the way up. Good. And then gently step the back leg to the front and step the leg you had forward to the back, and we'll do the other side. So you're inhaling as you bend the knee. Exhale as the leg straightens and the arms come down. Inhale, exhale. Pressing into both feet, reaching through. Good. Let's hold this one up. Hold, reach. Find the position you want with the arms. Might be out here, might be up here, but you don't want the shoulders or the armpits to come up around your earlobes. They're not earrings. Beautiful. And then straighten, step the back leg to the front. And from there, turn your right leg back, leaving your left leg to the front edge of the mat. So we're going to go into Warrior 2. Inhale here. And exhale, reach down the back leg. Inhale back, looking over the fingers and turning the head as you see fit. Inhale, last time. Exhale up and over, a nice big arc, and hold and reach. And inhale, come back into Warrior 2. Make it your best warrior yet. and then straighten. Maybe you can step forward. See how you go. Turning to the other side, we're going to step that leg back. Good. Warrior two over this side. Turning to gaze over the front finger. And then reaching down the back with the arm and the arm overhead. And hold. And then back up and over and over. I think we did that a few times, didn't we? Yeah. And then last time, hold it a bit longer. Good. And then back into warrior. And we're going to stay where we are, but turn towards the front long edge of your mat and hang down. So again, if you've got issues with your tissues, you've got a couple of options. Just stay with your hands on your hips. Making it a little easier, you could put your hands on a chair or the sofa or the wall or a couple of blocks, or you could hang down. And then we're going to go into downward facing dog with the upper half of the body. So make sure you're grounded through your feet. You're rolling towards your little toe side. You're pulling the leg muscles up. If you've got the knees bent, for ease of the pose, keep them bent. If they want to go bent, keep them bent. But if you're able to straighten them and pull the quads up, do that. And that will help strengthen your quads and take some pressure off your hamstrings. Lovely. And then inhale, bring your hands back to your hips. And then lift up and heel toe it in. Stepping in. Let's take ourselves to the floor. So we're going to turn this mat round. And going to lay on the back for a couple of bridge poses. Yeah. Nice for you to see side on. Good. And then just gently starting to move up and down. Yeah. So the key to this one again is to ground down through the floor. Whatever's on the floor is pressing down. Whatever is able to lift is your elevation points. Excellent. So this time stay up nice and high as much as you can. Maybe roll those shoulders under so that the chest is coming towards the throat. Neck is in a soft, gentle place. You don't want to be pressing on the cervical neck area. And main work is working to push your thighs towards your knees and your knees towards the wall away from you. Lovely. One more breath there. And very gently release down. Down, down, down. Good. So we're going to go through a little bit of a shaking routine, and this can be as long or as short as you like. Well, we'll do a longer version. So we'll put both legs on the floor. Actually, no, we're going to make it easier. Put both feet on the floor, but the knees high. Yeah, sorry, knees high, but feet on the floor. Good. So what it is just keeping your feet grounded and the arms by the side of the body. Just push into your feet so that the whole body just rocks up and down. So it's stay down with the pelvis. You're going to be pushing that way. Yep, there you go. So it's a tricky little movement, but you want to be pushing through the feet, but keeping the pelvis still and just jiggling. No, that's less. Yeah, that's it. So the whole body. I'm just going to demonstrate it. So the feet stay pushing, and you just gently kind of rocking yourself. Yeah, don't overthink it. That's it. So again, it's a push through the pelvis, but it's not so much a movement as it's a ricocheting up the body. When your head is moving and your neck is moving, you know you're getting it right. Good. So just less is more. Try to think about juggling the whole of your body along the floor. Good. All right, let's take one knee in now and one leg straight. Just going to do that same little jiggle. And it's again not a jerking movement, it's just more of a tap, 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 tap. Keep it coming towards your outer ribs and then take it towards the middle of your breastbone. So now you're starting to jiggle in your, if you think about what's going on in your hips and sockets, and then over to your maximum to the side. Good. And if you're very tight, you may find that that doesn't feel right, so just stay where it feels at ease. And then gently extend that leg along the floor, lay and relax for a moment. Feel how you feel between the sides of the bodies. Couple of breaths. Good. And then draw, we're going to do the same leg, and then we're going to take it up and just do a little football kick. So it's from the ankle, the knee, into the hip. That's it. Again, don't overthink it. Just try to flick something off your foot. Good. And put the leg down and relax. One side should feel really jealous and the other side nice, open, loose and warm. And then let's bring that other knee in, grab it, gently draw it towards the outside of the hips and the rib, and just jiggle, 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 jiggle. Aim it towards the center of your chest. And then over as far as it feels comfortable to go. Be aware of your limitations. Listening to what your body's saying. Good, and breath in and take it out and rest, release. A couple of gentle breaths. Feeling how your body is laying on the floor, the two sides. And let's draw that same leg in for our little kick, 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 kick. Shake it off. So again, toes, ankle, knee, hip, all involved without having to think too much about it. Good. And gently release. One couple of more breaths. And we'll get Margaret to turn on her right side facing the windows, and we'll go through a hip routine. So just make sure when you lay on your mat or wherever that you're completely in a straight line. So think about a pencil line and you're on top of it. And then from there, take the top leg forward and put it on the floor. Yeah, more so with the foot down and the knee up. And then take your attention to the bottom leg that you've got left down. Straighten it as much as possible, draw the toes back, and then from the inner thigh, you're going to lift and lower, up and down, up and down. And again, try to get some form of speed, so it's got a rhythm, and think about breathing. Good. And now turn the toe up. Yep. Might be a little trickier. Depends on what's going on in the hips. And then turn the toes all the way down. That's it. So that's working the adductors, your inner thigh. Excellent. And then relax it. You're going to swap legs. So your bottom leg's going to bend up to keep that balance, and your top leg is going to extend straight line with your hip side on. Done. That's it. And then we're going to do the same thing. About 3 or 4 lifts with awareness, with the toe in line with the shin. Then the toes pointing up. Trying to make sure you're not rolling back. It's tricky. And then all the way down. Nice. And bend both knees up and just have a rest. If there's a lot of tension in your hips, you might want to hit them out with a fist. Don't create any bruises. It'll be hard to explain. Good. And rolling over to the other side. Good. Just make sure you're right on your side. Remember, the two sides of the body quite often are a little different, and then start to elevate and lower under control the leg underneath, keeping it nice and straight, keeping the shin and toes, or the toes pointed to the shin. And then up. Great. And all the way down. It's always good to turn those toes. This is a very good movement for strengthening the legs independently of each other, so they're not going to be necessarily the same, and also for your standing poses and your balance when you're standing or walking. So it helps to mobilize from the hips, but strengthen the legs also. Great. And then swapping over with that one goes straight, underside one comes bent, so you've got support. Yep, and off you go. Good. And you'll notice one side easier than another. It's always good to make a mental note of it, and maybe you need to do more on that side or start and finish with that same leg. Excellent. Just stick that butt in a bit. Yep. You're losing some height on that one. interesting. Yeah, you come forward. See if you can come back with the leg in line. Yeah, it's a trickier one. Yep. Two legs are never going to be the same. We're always dominant on one side. And we're going to address that with the next lot of poses. So bend the knees in and have a little break. See how that feels. Again, you might want to tap that one out if it was sore. Get some blood and circulation back in. And then rolling onto your tummy for the last lot of exercise. So in crocodile pose with the forehead down and just relax. Give yourself a little shimmy around. Just gently shake and release. All right, so the first one we're going to do is with one leg only. We want to bend up one heel. Yeah. We want to imagine, and if you're not sure, somebody's not there to tell you, you want to make sure the foot is right over the knee, and yours is pretty good. And then with the toes down and making sure the hips stay down into the floor, lift that one knee off the floor and down and up and down. Remembering to breathe. Remembering not to create any more tension in the rest of the body. It's purely this buttock and this leg that you're involved. So the hamstrings and the foot. And then release, change it over. And again, same thing. Now, Margaret's a lot stronger on this side, which is what I suspected after the last lot of exercises. We're tiring you. So we've all got a little bit of buttock amnesia. It's a lot to do with how we sit for a great part of the day these days. Sofas, chairs, office work, most of the time we're sitting, the buttocks get really soft and I want to say mushy. I've seen a few of those. All right, just shake and gently release. All right, so we're going to make that a little harder now. We're going to lift both heels, find the knees, make sure that you're staying in line with your butt. And we're going to lift the two up, making sure your bottom is pushing in. There'll be a little bit of tension working through the glutes. A key is to make sure the pelvis stays down and that you're not working too much at the other end. I can see a little bit of work going on up here, which we just want to relax and take it into the legs. Now, it's not very often that you move these legs in this direction, so it could be very taxing for a lot of you. Good. And then last time. And shake it out, relax. Yeah, just release. And you could go into relaxation from there. Ideally, I'd like a couple of blankets down and support, and that's a really nice pose too. Or you could simply lay on your back, which I think Margaret's going to go for. And this is where, again, Shavasana is not suitable for everyone. Please check what your body is telling you and listen. So you may even just want to stay with your knees bent. You might want to extend your legs, but you might also want to put something under the legs so that you can see that because we've taken the pressure off the backs of Margaret's legs, we've put it a little bit more anchoring into her lower back, and she's able to relax far more comfortably. And her head's a little too high for my taste, so let's change that over. There we go. Not that much better, but yeah, you want to technically have a book. Just under the head so that the ears and chin are staying the same. It's a little bit better to be a bit higher than to be too far back. That's, if you had to choose between the two. Good, and if I stop talking long enough, Margaret would probably nod off because she's looking very relaxed. But that's where we'll say goodbye and namaste. Until next time, peace and love be with you. Thank you.